evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I am Tamiru Nimsa. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka marks the Environment Day with a seabed cleaning program. Tourist arrivals mark over 130,000 in May. News in detail. President Anukumara Dissanayake inaugurated a program to strengthen tax compliance and broaden the tax base, urging all citizens to file their tax returns. Speaking at the launch of the program at the Presidential Secretariat recently, the President pledged to ensure every rupee of taxpayers' money is safeguarded and used transparently. The President assured the public that strict action would be taken against any misuse of tax revenue, irrespective of the rank or status of those involved. The event marked the launch of several initiatives aimed at creating a more transparent and efficient tax system, including the Inland Revenue Department's new online tax filing platform. The President set an example by being the first to file his income tax return for the 2024-25 assessment year through this system. Initiatives such as the SI Hub system at Sri Lanka Customs and a secure mobile application for Excise Department officers were also introduced, modernizing operations and boosting efficiency. Addressing past issues, the President acknowledged public mistrust due to the previous misuse of tax revenues. He pledged to dismantle the shadow system of corruption that undermines public institutions, emphasizing the need for discipline, accountability, and a digitalized, efficient public service. He urged taxpayers to fulfill their obligations, promising them that their contributions would be protected and used for national development. Sri Lanka welcomed 132,191 tourists in May 2025, a figure that not only marks an 18.5% increase from the same period last year, but also exceeds pre-pandemic levels, including May 2018, which was the industry's best-performing year before COVID-19. The latest numbers highlight growing momentum towards Sri Lanka's ambitious full-year target of 3 million visitors and $5 billion in revenue. India led the way as the top source market, contributing 47,001 visitors. That's 35.4% of total arrivals in May. The United Kingdom followed with over 9,200 arrivals, and China took third place with 8,800. Other strong contributors included Bangladesh, Germany, Australia, France, the US, Canada, and Russia, reflecting broad global interest in Sri Lanka. With sustained promotional efforts and improving global travel confidence, officials remain optimistic. However, to reach the 3 million visitor goal, monthly arrivals will now need to average around 281,000 through the end of the year. Sri Lanka has launched a National Environment Week aiming to mobilize communities, schools and government institutions to address the growing plastic waste crisis and protect the country's environment. The campaign's highlight will be the celebration of National Environment Day on the 5th of this month, accompanied by tree planting activities across the country. Speaking to the media, Environment Minister Dr. Dhammika Pattapandi emphasized the initiative's long-term vision. Key measures include introducing producer responsibility systems like a QR-coded depository fund for PET bottles, publishing educational materials on plastic pollution, and establishing community environmental centers under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. Kamal Rohitha Udawalawa, Secretary to the Environment Ministry, highlighted the urgency of tackling single-use plastics and the broader plastic crisis, which accounts for 80% of global marine pollution. In Sri Lanka, over 260,000 plastic producers contribute to a growing environmental threat. Globally, plastic consumption exceeds 430 million tons annually, with only 9% recycled. The campaign encourages coordinated efforts, including public awareness programs, cleanup drives, plastic waste classification, and sustainable lifestyle education. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The government of Japan has pledged nearly $900,000 to support humanitarian demining efforts in Sri Lanka's northern and eastern provinces. At a formal signing ceremony held in Colombo, Yoshida Naoki, charged d'affaires ad interim of Japan to Sri Lanka, signed grant contracts with the Hilo Trust and Mines Advisory Group, two leading international demining organizations. Since 2002, Japan has been a major donor in Sri Lanka's demining efforts, with cumulative assistance now exceeding $47 million US dollars. The two new projects by MEG and Hilo are expected to support the resettlement and livelihoods of approximately 13,000 people in former conflict zones. The initiative aligns with Japan's development cooperation priorities, which include support for conflict-affected communities and promoting human security. Zeenath Garewal, country director for MEG, highlighted the direct benefits of mine clearance to civilian safety, agricultural revival, and rural development. She noted that as of January 2025, MEG has cleared over 100 million square meters of land and removed more than 103 explosive remnants of war across Sri Lanka. MEG expressed its deep gratitude to the embassy and the people of Japan for their consistent support in clearing mine-contaminated areas. The Hilo Trust, also supported under the grant, is working in close collaboration with the National Mine Action Centre to identify and clear remaining hazards and help Sri Lanka fulfill its obligations under the Anti-Personnel Mine Ban Treaty. The renewed support from Japan marks another step toward achieving a safer, mine-free Sri Lanka and reinforces international cooperation in post-conflict recovery and human security.
As a steadfast partner in the country's post-conflict recovery and reconciliation efforts, Japan has extended over $47 million US dollars for demining projects in Sri Lanka since 2002 through our grant assistance for grassroots and human security. We are proud of being the longest-serving donor in mine clearance activities, which are a cornerstone of sustainable development and enduring peace.
Speaking at the signing ceremony, Kamoshida emphasized that landmine clearance is a fundamental step towards sustainable development and reconciliation. Kamoshida reaffirmed Japan's strong commitment to helping Sri Lanka become a mine impact-free country by 2027.
We are willing to continue working together with Sri Lankan and international partners who strive to achieve the goal of making this country free from mine impact by 2027, in accordance with the Ottawa Convention. Moreover, I am pleased to add MEG and Hilo Trust have been creating employment opportunities for more than 2,000 demining workers who reflect diverse ethnic and religious communities in the conflict-affected areas. Notably, over 30% of these workers are women, many of whom are from female-headed households. We believe that this helps to promote national reconciliation and also to reshape societal perceptions of women's roles in post-conflict recovery, thereby significantly empowering women. We are pleased to be a part of such efforts. In conclusion, we sincerely hope that our grant will be used effectively and efficiently to protect people from mine impact and to remove barriers for economic development in the conflict-affected regions.
The government took a step towards Sri Lanka's oceans, beginning with a seabed cleanup operation at Pigeon Island near Trincomalee to mark World Environment Day. Led by the Clean Sri Lanka program, the operation included support from the Navy, the Marine Environment Protection Authority, the Wildlife Conservation Department, and other organizations. Divers worked to clear abundant fishing nets and other debris that harm marine life and damage biodiversity. Volunteers and marine experts joined forces, ensuring the work was done safely and responsibly. Clean Sri Lanka, launched in January 2025 under President Kumar Dissanayake, aims to create a cleaner, greener Sri Lanka. The program focuses on protecting nature, managing waste better, and promoting renewable energy to improve life for everyone. The event also saw the participation of Eastern Province Governor Professor Jayantalal Ratnasekara, MP Roshan Akmemne, local officials, residents, and even tourists. Stay tuned for stock update. trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today.
The All Share Price Index gained by 138.66 to close at 17,353.05. The S&P SL20 gained by 28.38 to close at 5,159.66. The turnover was over 7.3 billion rupees and over 279 million shares were traded.
Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.